Now look at this image. Are you seeing this image? Do you know what happened to this woman? The husband went to his bike, took out gasoline, poured on this woman, and burnt the woman. Yes, that was what happened. Now, a lot of us will say the man is very wicked man. Men are very wicked. That is what we hear all the time. But what we do not know is that there's something called psychosis, even in marriage. Today, we are going to talk about understanding psychosis in marriage. People fall sick. Now, mental health is something that is not taken seriously in Africa. When we talk about mental health, a lot of people think that you have to see somebody running outside naked. Mental health is much more bigger than that. It might be a spouse who is sitting on the other side of your bed. It might be your church member who sits very close to you in church. It might be a school proprietress. It might be a school proprietor. It might just be a man who is running a very successful business. It might be your choir master. It might be your pastor. This could be anybody. Now, mental health is a very, very uncomfortable, conversation, but I think that we need to begin to talk about it over and over, especially as it concerns marriage, because a lot of things are happening in marriages. And, coming from a primordial society where we believe that, anything that happens like that has to come from some village, from some aunt, some man who is witch hunting you. We undermine the fact that people really, really get sick. Today, when you look at what is happening in the world, there are tons of challenges. People are facing so many challenges. Families are going through financial challenges. You have marital challenges. You have employment, lack of employment. It's a whole lot that has been going on, and a lot of people are falling sick. Now, how do you get to know that a spouse is becoming psychotic? How do you know that? Is it something that you can tell? Yes, indeed you can. Now, from when you met your spouse, you know the way that that person used to behave, how coordinated that they used to be. And going forward, you're seeing something different. You're seeing somebody who is detached from reality, okay? The person finds it difficult to distinguish what is real and what is unreal. You sit down there, you are looking at this person. Maybe what you do is call the person's attention to what they are doing, and the person tells you that, look, I am very tired, or I was very tired, and you see this behavior continues, okay? That they don't, it is no longer easy for them to identify what is real from what is unreal. Now, when you see this, you need to begin to take these kinds of situations very seriously. You see hallucination. Yes, where people tend to see things that are not there. Verbal hallucination, that you see them talk as if they are talking to people, but there is nobody there. Whether it is a child, whether it is your mother, whether it is your father, whether it is your husband, whether it is your wife, do not think that everything is okay. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that we make is that as wives, okay, as husbands, we sit there and allow this situation get out of hand before we raise alarm. Most times, the first thing we want to do is, of course, as people from, very religious country, what we do, we first take them to church, which is quite okay. You want to ensure that God is with you. That's a good thing. But there is a place for a church and a place for the hospital where that person needs to go to. Now, the other time we had this testimony of Chacha Ike, where she talked about how she has been so sick, how they took her to so many churches, they told her all sort of things. She didn't know anything about, mental health. But they went to different places, they did so many things, they spent so much money, and eventually they found out that she was sick and they started treating her. Have you seen that she is stable and she is okay? She is as pretty as she has always been today. Now, going back to why I, came up with this topic, okay? Now, when we talk about psychosis is basically, being detached from reality. Like in your mind, you think that everything that is going on is happening in real life, but it is not. It's happening inside your head. Somebody telling you to do something, somebody telling you to run across the road, somebody telling you to jump into a well, it is happening right there inside your head. It is not real. Complete detachment from reality. And most times spouses see these things because the first person, there is nobody that can see this better than you. You are the first person who will know that this person, something is wrong with this person. You are the first person who should know that this person is no longer coordinated. You are the first person who should know that this person, my spouse, is hallucinating. And this is getting too much. Now, one thing you need to know, if you sit back and you think that a person who is suffering from this mental health condition will agree that they are sick. People do not want to be associated with anything that has to do with mental health. Now, when you go to them and point it to them that it looks like you need to do something, we need to go to the hospital, there's a I just think something, they will tell you, no, don't even try it. Are you calling me mad? So you they think say they crazy. Now, what do they think be that? You have to find a way. You have to be very diplomatic. Take your spouse lovingly to the hospital. Make them as a wife, as a husband. You know what to say to your wife. You know what to say to your husband. Take them to where they can get help. Do not sit there and be suspecting one innocent woman in the village or one innocent man. So mental health is real even in marriage. Now, how do you explain the fact that a husband go carry jerry can, go collect fuel for motorbike, come pour in wife, set the wife on fire, the wife go die, and you go say you no say the woman go say wetin she be come be before, not be human being. Then they ask you what happened. You said the woman burnt your shirt, the woman the woman did this, the woman did that, and all of that. Then when you see this kind of, violence in marriage, sometimes these people are sick. They are not just wicked. Now, why I am saying this to you as a woman, you could just meet somebody online and you get talking. And then you fall in love with the person. And the person says, travel, come and meet me here. And you travel to go and meet the person. Now, do not forget that you and that man will be in one house, a locked house, okay? It's maybe a small confinement. What if something goes wrong? How are you going to detect it? How would you know? It could be anybody. You need to be very careful. Some of these men that you think are wicked and all, they are mad, oh. Now, crazy, they worry them. Even some of the women where you they see, so where you they think say they just wicked. Now, wickedness, they worry them. Now, crazy, colo, don't they enter small. And like I said, it could be anyone. You want to be able to, detect it on time so that you get the necessary help. Now, when we talk about psychosis, we are talking about, delusion. We have persecutory delusion. We have grandiose delusion. We have a hallucination. These are the the simpler ones that may, as in, you might just see some of the signs. So the next time I come here, I'm going to break them down into different parts so that you can understand one when you see it. I hope that this video helps, okay?